This is my apology to humanity. As I look at this burnt forest behind me up here in the Sierras, it reminds me of things that I've done to humanity. And I believe that each of us need to really get in touch with how we've shown up in life. And so, dear humanity, I apologize for the harm that I've caused your daughters. I have broken their heart. I have cheated on them. I have been self-centered. I have thought of myself before I thought of them. I have lied. I have taken. Dear humanity, I have violated your sons. I have abused your sons. I have taken from your sons. I have lied to your sons. Dear humanity, I have attempted to take life. I have stole. I have lied. I have cheated. I've taken the shortcut. I've filed bankruptcy. I've had a DUI. I've lost my license more times than I can count. I've been in jail. I've been incarcerated. I've been down and out, just like this so-called forest behind me. All of it was me acting out of my wounds. Not to justify anything that I've done, because I own everything I've done. And what started me on this path of really understanding what wounds do to us, I almost had to take my sister's life. Yeah, I almost lost my life in the car accident as well. But it took my sister being in that car for me to recognize how self-destructive I was. And because I was so self-destructive towards myself, I never even considered how that impacted other people. But friends, we've got to get real about the things that we've done in our lives and look at the things that we have destroyed, the hearts that we have broken, rather than pointing our finger at other people thinking that we have the right to do this, right? Judgment is to protect us from looking at our own darkness, at our own shadow. We have all done horrific things to each other. And humanity will not expand and grow until we can all come together and recognize and embrace our own humanity. We've all done things that have hurt other people. And until we look at that, until we clean that up, just like this forest, it had to be burnt to the ground. Burnt to the ground. So there's no foliage here, and you see crows circling around here. It had to be burnt to the ground in order for it to generate new life. And if you haven't seen the story of a pine cone, I highly encourage you to look it up. That in the fire, it has to be in a fire for that pine cone to pop its seeds to create new life. This is devastation. And we all have this in our lives at different times. But see, it's until we get in touch with who we are deep inside and look at how we've hurt other people out of our wounds is when real life begins to happen. Otherwise, we look outside of ourselves and we judge and we assume and we criticize and we put our fingers at other people's face. And there was a person that walked this earth that says, do not look at the plank at my eye. Do not look at the grain of sand in my eye until you look at the plank in your own eye. We will never come together as a human race until we start owning our own humanity and embracing it and forgiving ourselves. We cannot truly forgive someone else until we forgive ourselves and understand why we do the things that we do and why our wounds cause us to hurt other people. Friends, this is your opportunity. This is your life. And we can contribute and we can let go of the things that hold us back and we can step into a higher level of making a difference in this planet. So, what have you done to humanity? What parts of you have you kept so secret and so dark inside of you? Where were you perpetrated? And how have you turned that perpetrator into where you became the perpetrator? Where were you the victim of unnecessary things? What parts of you have been separated from your wholeness? Friends, these are all things that we've got to ask ourselves, and these will run our lives until we get real with who we really are. Friends, just know I love you. I love you. And this last year has been the most empowering year of my life. I was going to say devastating because I got every area of my life turned into, just like this forest, got burned to the ground. It got burned to the ground. but I get the opportunity for me to clear the space of what needs to be cleared in order for me to create what it is that I was meant to do. It's inside of you as well, my friend. Own who you are. Face what you run from. Do what you fear, and death of that fear is certain. It's just like Viktor Frankl said, you can take everything away from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, the right to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, the right to choose one's own way. He wrote that when he was in the Holocaust. In the Holocaust, like this on steroids. You have the right to choose your own way. It's your time to stand. Join me. Become a potentializer. This is my mission of teaching people how to step into their fullest potential. Join me. Be a potentializer. Be a difference maker. You owe it to yourself. We owe it to humanity. Much love, my friend. Be blessed.